Welcome back. You're definitely watching Biashara TV, the station that brings you business at its best. You're watching property.com. My name is PK10, and now joining me is the CEO Remax Professional, so Remo Gitao. Today it's all about real estate matters and getting to understand this. So let's talk about the various products and services offered by Remax.
Remax basically is a real estate. It's real estate solutions under one roof. So we have the ability to sell your property, to rent your property, whether it's office space, whether it's industrial space, whether it's a retail mall, whatever it is, all your real estate needs can be then fulfilled under the Remax brand. We have qualified consultants we work with who meet all our clients' needs, and we speak to our clients, understand what is it that you want. We find people who want to sell whole buildings at one go, people who want to sell just an office space or to rent out an office space. Whether you're in Nairobi, you're in Nakuru, Nanyuki, whether you're in Utawala, you're in Riverside, or you're in Runda, we meet all your needs under Remax Kenya. Under Remax Kenya, basically. We also have valuation services, and we also do the property management as well. So like I said, all your real estate needs under one roof.
And how is the business model like?
I think it's a very interesting business model, and it's one that has not been experienced in Kenya. So what happens is we have our Remax Kenya, which is the head office. It's the main franchise owner. And then we have the different offices underneath. So we have our Remax professionals and other Remax offices as well.
Okay.
We then have real estate consultants who we work together with to meet our clients' needs. We work together as a team, whether you're in Remax Professionals, or any other Remax office that is under Remax Kenya. For example, we're in over 100 countries and have over 115 real estate consultants under our brand. We all work together. So if I have a property that I would like to sell in the US or in Canada or in Portugal, all I have to do is speak to my Remax office in Portugal, and we work together to make sure that whichever client, whether they're in Kenya or they're in Portugal, their needs are met. So it's a model of sharing, it's a model of working together. Like we said, it's a family. So it's one that has not been seen here, and I'm very excited to be part of it.
Okay. There's somebody who's watching and they're wondering, what do you mean by real estate consultant? Kindly elaborate this further as you tell us how you can be recruited as a real estate consultant.
Real estate consultant, the reason we say this is that, as we've had, the perception the market has in regards to an agent is so negative because people have had negative experiences. What we pride ourselves in and how we differentiate ourselves in the market is we have consultants who are trained, who are learned, who give you an experience whereby, I'm not just going to tell you I will sell your house, and when you tell me your price is maybe 100 million, for example, I just take it as a face value and I go. But what we do, we advise you and we say, in this market and according to other transactions that we've been part of, perhaps you should consider a price of 90 million or maybe 105, depending. You might be underpriced or overpriced. So we give you advice in terms of your property. Even for tenants who come on board, we might tell them, we understand what you want. For example, we'll have a tenant from the US who say, I want to live in Karen, or I want to live in Langata. But you'd find maybe they're looking for Karen, but they don't know the dynamics of the market. Because our consultants understand the real estate market and the client as well, we're able to tell them, maybe you're looking for a place in Karen because your workplace is near Karen and your children will go to maybe a school that is closer by to Karen. So we don't just basically we advise our clients. If you'd like to be a real estate consultant, it's very simple. Have an entrepreneurial mind, an entrepreneurial spirit. Have a passion for real estate. Want to grow your own business with support of the Remax brand. So we just ask for visual documentation. First of all, we have an interview with you so we can understand, do you fit, the Remax brand? Are you driven? Do you understand the way the model works? Do you understand that it's a sharing concept? It's a family-based business. Are you willing to work well with others? So once we have done that interview and we confirm that you're part of the Remax family, we then now have or what we call onboarding process, whereby we just ask you for the usual administrative documents. This is your CV, your ID, your certificate of good conduct, because again, we want to make sure you're working with the right people, so you must do our due diligence as well. From there, then we have the induction training. As we said, we have our ICT tools are state of the art. They are processes that we need to learn, a culture that we want to bring out into the market. So we just take you through a day of induction training, so that once you begin the following day or the following week, we're all working towards the same goal, and we all understand how Remax brand and how Remax wants to, what Remax wants to portray in the market. So basically, that's all you need to do. So you can apply online. You can call the office, can call any of us, and we'll be willing to take you for an interview. Just have that entrepreneurial spirit, have that drive, and have that passion.
So how long does it take, and is it a must for me to have an experience in real estate for me to become a real estate consultant with Remax?
It's not a must that you have real estate experience. We'd prefer that, but it wouldn't be a problem because we invest in our consultants. So whether you're green, whether you've never sold real estate before, we take you through the training process. We have Remax University that has a lot of tutorials where they teach you how to negotiate, deal origination. We work with the Remax office as well. So we have training programs that will make sure once you go into the market, you're able to sell. You just have that passion. Know you want to sell real estate, and honestly, you will achieve your goals. Yeah.
And what is the duration of the contract once I become a real estate consultant?
There's no duration. It's up to you. So what we do every year, we'll just see your progress. You see, because we're all growing together. So it's just saying next year, instead of having achieved X in terms of my sales, next year now I want to achieve X times 2 or X power 3, whatever it is. So there is no duration. It depends on you. It's your own business, like I'm saying. It is not an employment contract. It is your own business. So how long do you want your business to run? That's up to you.
And do you have refresher courses, like ongoing operational courses, as opposed to the first time when I want to join, that's when I'll be trained? But then what other ongoing support do you offer?
We have trainings every 2 weeks or every month, and depending on what the real estate consultant wants. Like we say, we offer support. So what will happen is, in the initial stages, let's say you're a new consultant with us, we'll go to the field together, just see how do you transact with a customer, or your landlord or your tenant. And from there we can say every week or every 3 days, let's discuss this, or let's see how we can improve on X. Maybe for you find, closing the transaction or ensuring that this commission is achieved for this particular sale. You find that you're maybe struggling with that issue. We have ongoing training. Anytime you come and speak to your franchise owner, they just let you know, this is how you do it. We have a refresher course, and every week we have those trainings. So it's just dependent on how much or how much more learning you would like to invest in as well. Remax University is open all hours, 24 hours.
And as we get to a close, I would like to know, what is the future like for Remax, especially here in Kenya, because the brand has been built in other countries, but for Kenya, the brand is about 4 years old now. What is the future like?
The future is limitless. The sky is the limit is what we're always going by. So we're here to change the perception, first of all, of the market and the way real estate transactions are conducted, to let you know that we can professionalize the industry. So that way, it means that the customer, i.e. the landlord and the tenant, for the landlord, their property is rented at the best price possible, shortest time possible, and with the most favorable terms in terms of their space. For the tenant, the experience is favorable as well. So we're here to change the way the market sees real estate and the way they perceive real estate. And that's in all markets, whether it is low, high-end, counties, wherever it is. We're here to make some noise.
All right. Then what would be your closing remarks? And I would want you to speak to the public, both to those that really want to invest in as real estate consultants and people that want to join Remax. What would be your advice to them?
I would say that Remax Kenya is, if you join Remax, you're joining the winning team. I say this because as a franchise owner, there are certain benefits that I get that you would not get as a new business owner. Advertising is done by you. Access to marketing platform, your access to networks. You're in over 100 countries. you're not even sure where your next buyer is coming from. As a real estate consultant, you have trainings all through, you have support from so many different individuals, franchise owners, different consultants from all agencies who have different experiences, and at the same time we help you close your transactions. For us, our main business is to make sure our real estate consultants grow. As we increase the number of real estate consultants, the business then grows. So we urge you to come and join us. Join the winning team.
Right, that has been the Chief Executive Officer, Remax Professionals, Warimo Getao, and I'm sure you agree with me. This show would not be over without me speaking to a real estate consultant herself. Even we go for a short break, but when we get back, we'll be joined by Zara Saeed, who is a real estate consultant, so that you can get a feel of how exactly this works. You're watching Biashara TV. We get back in just a short while.